Hey you guys, welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you're new. Today I am decluttering my closet and it is worse than ever. This is actually episode 3 in my Declutter Your Home series where I am going throughout my entire house, starting at the front and decluttering my way back. I've already decluttered my home office, our guest bedroom, our kitchen, and now my dreaded closet, and I'm taking you guys along to motivate you through my clutter transformation. I am sharing all of the real life moments along the way, and all I'm asking is that this stay a no judgment zone so that we can grow and learn from each other and end up better at the end of this than we were when we started. So let's go ahead and get into things. As you can see, I'm just starting out by clearing a path on the floor so that I can actually start decluttering.
Some doors happen to be open, while others they stay closed. While we try to plan ahead, nobody truly knows what tomorrow holds. That's how the story goes.
We are close to Christmas time, and usually what we do is we have the gifts in our closet and then we have a huge blanket just laying over them, hoping the kids won't come in here and spoil their gifts. But I had seen this at some point, I don't remember when, it was sometime earlier in the fall. A great idea to store your kids' gifts and hide them is to actually put them in a Christmas tree bag. You can put them in a guest room, you could put them in a closet, you could put them whatever, but then they're just concealed. Also, if your kids don't know you're storing them in there, it just looks like a tree or something, so they're typically not going to probably try to get into it. So I am going to take some Christmas gifts that we already have for the boys, shove them in here, and then I will end up storing them back in here, but for now I can easily transport them out so that I have space to get all this stuff done.
Oh, what a day to be alive. What a dream to have a heartbeat.
Walking into this closet today, I was feeling so incredibly overwhelmed with the space, but like I said, I'm just starting out by clearing out the floor. I'm actually moving everything over to my bed so I can actually start decluttering it in there. But anytime you're feeling overwhelmed with a space like this, just put one foot in front of the other. The absolute hardest part is to get started. So just find one thing to pick up, start going through the item, or move it to an area where you can go through it. And trust me, it will only get easier from here.
Don't need anything but
Feels so much better. I have not done really an ounce of decluttering yet. However, I needed space to be able to move around in here. So all the things that were on the floor are now on my bed. So we get to go in there and declutter that. Even if I just took care of the floor, it would feel so much better. I feel like this is the worst our closet has been ever. It's just so true that clutter attracts clutter. That's 100% what happened in here, but we have the floor cleared off. I can move around in here. I can get to where I need to. So now let's head into our bedroom and I'll actually start going through all of the mess and chaos that was on the floor. Oh gosh, all this stuff on the bed is kind of random stuff that's either been in my closet for a long time or it just landed in there. I'll kind of talk about stuff shifting later on. That's something that Dana Kate White talks about in her book, which is called Decluttering at the Speed of Life. It has been the best book I've ever read on decluttering. I've just loved it so much. But as you saw, I am starting out with a laundry basket, and that is going to be for items that we're donating. And then I also have a cardboard box, and that's actually for yard sale items. And I'm doing that because I don't want to be taking up my laundry basket while I declutter one more space before we do our yard sale. But I'm actually planning to let our boys run the yard sale and they can keep the money that we earn from it. That way it really helps them kind of learn that responsibility and also gain a way to get some pocket money. But also it's really motivated me to let go of things that maybe I might have had a harder time letting go of because I'm able to help my kids in the process. Okay, here I'm just going through and decluttering Kyle's clothes. He is definitely going to have to go through himself and declutter things a little bit more intently, but I'm just giving him a head start. But here I wanted to share this really amazing trick with you guys. I've been doing this, gosh, for years and years and years. But what you do is when you're done decluttering, you are going to take every single hanger and flip it backwards. And then as you wear your clothes, you'll hang them back up the normal way. And then in a few months, you will see which clothes you have not touched in that time frame, and those are going to be easy declutters next time. You don't even have to think about it. You can just realize, I haven't touched these clothes in like 6 months or however long it's been, and you can simply declutter those ones. So for example, these ones right here that are flipped backwards are my easy items to declutter because the hanger hasn't been flipped over in months. So goodbye.
Honey, I know we're caught in the center of turbulent weather for now. But one thing I know is the world is uncertain, but certainly turning around. I'll be here alone.
Now these other clothes over on the left side, those are actually ones that we just kind of hang up over here to dry from being washed. And so I'm just taking a minute to put them back with the other clothes before I take all of my tops out and start pulling them onto my bed so I can actually go through them and declutter.
I'll be right there beside you. I know right where I wanna be. I'll be right there beside you.
Oh my gosh, isn't it insane the number of hangers I have? I have been listening to Dana K. White's book on my decluttering journey, and I love her simple, straightforward approach to decluttering. And one of the concepts that I've loved is her container method that she shares. So basically what she talks about is everything in your home is a container. So your shelf is a container, your drawer is a container, the cabinet is a container, even your house is a container. And instead of looking at a container as this holds my items, you look at a container as this contains my items. And when it's full, it's full. It's time to pick your favorites and let go of things that don't fit. So anyway, once we moved into our house, I had gotten some new clothes and I ran out of hangers. And instead of signaling to me that it was time to declutter, it instead signaled to me, I need more hangers. So I got more, and I know I'm rolling my eyes at myself too, but today I am going to set my container limit by decluttering and then using the remaining hangers as my container. And I'm just going to continue following the 1 in, 1 out rule from now on so that I don't continue this cycle of having way too many clothes. Instead, I can kind of keep them contained within the number of hangers that I'm keeping.
Together again. And I'll be going nowhere. I'll be in it with you, honey, I swear. And no matter what you and I do, whatever comes next, I'll be right there beside you. 'Cause I'm right where I wanna be. I'll be right there beside you.
I have 53 shirts still. I think I'm gonna dwindle it down to 30. I think that's still a lot, but that's better. We're gonna pick 23 less shirts right now.
Holding on to you. Oh, you know right where I'm gonna be. Oh, I'll be right, I'll be right, I'll be right, riding right beside you.
Okay, so I didn't quite narrow it down to 30, but I got it to 33. But I do have my some long sleeve shirts and sweaters. I am going to actually keep these separate because here in Arizona, we only have a couple months where we really wear long sleeve and sweaters. So I don't want to, make 15 of my shirts my long sleeve ones, and then the rest of the year I, have 2 weeks of clothes. But I am going to do my trick where I turn the hair around, and in a couple months I'm going to go back through, and anything that hasn't been turned around means I haven't worn it in that time, and I will instantly declutter those. Again, with the container law, as I'm calling it, I once got a headband tower and I filled it up. And so what did I do? I ordered another container. I ordered another headband tower and I filled that one up. And then I started piling the rest on top and next to them. And here we are today. So today, my container is one headband stand. I'm picking my absolute favorites and I'm letting go of the rest because really I don't need this many, and it's going to keep it feeling way more peaceful and way more calm, and I'm just going to be a lot better off by doing this. And honestly, it feels really good.
Make a move, learn a new dance. We were born to run. Now it's time to go. Let's drive away from the city with the moonlight shining like a hobby. You and me out on the open road. I hope you know I'll be steady. Our heartbeat never ending. On a stereo, you can play out loud. Oh, it's nothing new. I've been through it. I got the scars to prove it. You're not alone. I'm gonna be around. I'll be steady. So steady. I'm gonna be around.
Kyle and I have talked about doing this for a while, and I don't know when we're going to, but we would love to add some DIY built-ins into this closet. Just because it is such a large space, it would be really nice to better utilize that space. Now, I'm not sure exactly when we're going to get around to doing that. However, painting this closet is going to be happening in the very near future because honestly, I just really want a more clean and less yellow space in here. Also, I'm just pulling out my cardigans from the very back because again, I don't need this many cardigans. If I'm realistic with myself on how often I wear them, I don't wear them every single day. I do love cardigans. I love wearing them. They make me happy. They keep me warm, but I don't need like 7 of them. I don't need one for every single day.
You're not alone. I'm gonna be around. I'll be steady. Gonna stick around. So steady. So steady. I'm gonna be around. Around, yeah. So steady. I'm gonna be around.
I hope today don't end, 'cause life took on a new meaning when the tides they started turning. Now it all seems to be working. Oh my luck, I got a real good feeling I can finally trust. It's like
This area right here is our closet drop zone. I don't know if you guys have this problem as well, but basically if I don't have a home for something, I will drop it here, which is a huge problem as you can see, and it causes a lot of issue. But in my mind, I feel like it's nice because no one's going to see it. But in Dana's Decluttering at the Speed of Life book, she mentioned stuff shifting, and immediately I knew exactly what she meant. She didn't have to expand on it further. I 100% am guilty of doing that. So for example, when I clean the kitchen and something doesn't belong and it doesn't have a specific home, I will move it somewhere else until I go to clean that other area. And then I move that item from that area to another room. And then you just keep stuff shifting, moving things around your house because there's no real home of where it belongs. So you just kind of move it from one place to the next. And these items just continue to float around your home, taking up physical and mental space in your home, and yet they are homeless. But once she talked about this, I just felt like no more. I am not doing this anymore. I'm tired of it. And honestly, it just wastes my time. Like I'm not accomplishing anything when I move something that doesn't belong one place to another area that it doesn't belong. So what she suggests doing and what I am starting to do is I am going through these items once and for all. So when I pick them up, I'm deciding to either find them a real home and put them there, or go ahead and declutter them and let them go.
real good feeling. Oh my luck, I got a real good feeling I can finally trust. It's like the whole sky opened up, gave me a real good reason to enjoy it because
You guys, look at all of this progress. It feels so good in here. Finally, once I had everything decluttered from top to bottom, I had everything decluttered on my bed, all of the clothes had been gone through. It was just time to clean the floor, and I am using my very favorite cordless vacuum that I've had for several years, actually ever since we moved into this house. And I just saw that this vacuum is on sale right now for $135. I'm not sure how long it's gonna last, but I will have that link down below in case if you need a really nice cordless vacuum. This one I cannot recommend to you guys enough. It bends in the middle, which makes it really nice and easy to get underneath things, and it also has really good suction for a cordless vacuum. So check out that deal if you're in need of one.
it might take a minute, but you'll be a-okay. Here's the sky for the pie and everything is possible. Out of the box and off of the page. Hey, look in the mirror, is it calling your name? Have you ever seen something so wonderful? The world is yours. Yeah, it's your time. To the finish line. You've got what
Everything right here is everything that I pulled out of our closet and we are getting rid of. So as you can see, I decluttered so much and it feels really, really good. But let me know your guess. How many hangers do you think I removed from our closet today? Comment your guesses down below. I'm curious if anyone's gonna get close. But I wanted to talk about how decluttering has felt this time. I feel like a lot of times I feel good with decluttering, but I also feel like, man, I'm still holding on to a lot of things. And I really feel like I've been decluttering in a little bit different way this time because of the book that I've been reading. I've been listening to it on Audible. I also wanted to share that Dana White has a YouTube channel, so she has a ton of her different methods and tips that she shares in her book on her YouTube channel, so I definitely wanted to shout that out to you guys. It has just kind of changed the way I feel about decluttering and really helped me actually understand things better and just kind of wrap my head around things a little bit easier. But I feel like through this journey, I have not felt sad about decluttering anything. I've instead felt very, very positive about it.
you've got what it takes. Don't put on the brakes, 'cause the world is yours. Yeah, it's your time. To the finish line. You've got what it takes. Don't put on the brakes.
Oh my gosh, you guys, look at this after. I'm so thankful to have our closet feel like an actual closet that we can walk into again and not just a crazy busy drop zone that you can barely walk in and out of, which was absolutely ridiculous, but that was the reality. So I want you to go back once more and look at that before, now that you've seen the after, and look at that incredible transformation. It cost me no money. I didn't have to DIY anything. I just got rid of things, and the after closet is what I gained from doing that. If you want this transformation in your own home, in your own life, you can have it. You have the power, you can do it. I would seriously urge you to come with me on this decluttering journey. We have several more episodes to go because I'm not even halfway done decluttering through our house, and we have already decluttered a ton of stuff. And I have to tell you, I don't miss any of the things that I've gotten rid of so far. So thank you so much for joining me today. I hope that you're feeling motivated and inspired to tackle an area in your own home that's driving you a little crazy. Be sure to subscribe so you don't miss out on all of the upcoming videos that I have, not only decluttering, but lots of homemaking motivation as well. And I will see you right back here next time for a new video. Bye guys.